I'll admit I don't know a lot about game engines, and it kind of sounds kind of weird as a person who programs. But hey, yo, let's clap it up. Let's figure it out. Let's talk about how. This has been the week of redemption. People have been trying to get back into their good graces, and a while back, Unity did some some troubling things. So they're trying to make their way back. How you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to tell you I was logged in. Don't you see my name in the corner? Okay, I'm logged in. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. I wanted to bring this story to you guys. It picked up in the news, but for me, it kind of didn't scrape the bar of entry because as much as I program and I enjoy it, I have yet to delve into the gaming aspect, and it's in large part because I don't know what I would make, and maybe because I'm a fake gamer. I think it's important for people to understand that people who grew up playing games like me and then stopped for some reason, stopped for a reason. And the reason why I stopped probably playing games is because games stopped being creative. And a few owners have said this too. I believe the State of Play, former CEO of Sony, said creativity has left the gaming industry and it's having a ripple effect. And there's a part of me that sits here and thinks, do I have an idea that would help bring creativity back to gaming? In my mind, I do not want to make a game for any purpose. I don't want to make any type of content that I don't feel would bring about change or would expose people to a level of creativity they probably weren't invested in. So when a few months back, when Unity decided to randomly change their pay structure on how you could ascertain Unity, and I believe taking away a free tier, a lot of people lost their rightful and respectful minds because their whole entire life's work, whether they were indie dev, a medium-sized team, or a full-fledged gaming company, they had to make on the ground changes that rippled throughout their whole entire community. And for indie developers specifically, I know a lot of them. I'm in the software development team. I'm in the software development world for Twitch. I see people who make their games and do everything else. So for some people to sit there and really think about putting the 3 years of work they've put into something and trying to change code base and just to see like the blood, sweat, and tears not be respected, right? The people.
It doesn't matter who we are.
The people had a
What
plan.
matters is our plan.
We didn't care. So now, and this is something you need to pay attention to, especially with companies. When companies make mistakes, they don't apologize. They just put out ads. They put out feel-good ads. Think back to the oil spill back in Houston. In the ocean. They paid a bunch of companies to make videos of people on the beach, little duckies getting cleaned up by their Dawn's dish soap. Good advertisement. And putting their pictures up everywhere makes them feel better without them really having to do anything. But here we have a situation where Unity is attempting to do something. They've launched a new platform. Let's see what it brings. And let's see if it's going to garner the most important thing, trust.
Hey bro, I think I'm gonna head on in for the night. I'm kinda tired.
No problem. Get some rest.
Hey, didn't you work today?
12-hour shift.
And you went to the gym?
PR to 700 deadlift.
And you still got energy to do all this work? Where does the energy come from, bro?
I'm at my best when I have my zest, baby.
Get zest?
The Zest Super Berry Samba Green Tea comes packed with 135 milligrams of caffeine and L-theanine. That's how I stay focused for longer and stronger throughout the day with no crash. It's way better than coffee or any of those sugar-filled energy drinks out there. No GMO, gluten-free, and it won't stain your teeth.
Oh yeah, that sounds real good. Is this one right?
Yes, sir, that's the one. But my brother in Zest, I'm gonna need you to get your own Super Berry Samba Green Tea.
Selfish.
You mad, bro? Don't worry, I got you. Use my promotional code down below to get 20% off selected items and the subscriptions. That's Coding with Strangers, all one word. Put that in the checkout box and you'll be good to go. Thank you so much to Zest for the sponsorship. Unity attempts to turn things around with its latest game engine release. Unity 6 is now available after the company announced it would be scrapping per install pricing model. So they've already made one good decision to get rid of that old pricing model. Unity hasn't had the easiest go of things as of late, but as part of its effort to get back in the good graces of game developers, the company has released Unity 6 globally. In addition to new features like tools that let developers to target mobile web, the game engine maker is also promising it will dedicate long-term resources to enhance features set and deliver new functionality while maintaining ease of upgrade and continued stability, according to press release. Unity is widely used game development engine powering games like Among Us, Hollow Knight. Oh wait, Among Us? Among Us was made. Hollow Knight? I know about Hollow Knight and many more. But the release of Unity 6 follows a turbulent period in the company's history. Unity charges developers per user base, but in September 2023, the company announced its new pricing scheme that charged developers per install. Okay, so it went from per person to per install. Damn, you greedy bastards. So if you got 6 people on your team, that's tragic. Especially since they all probably have different aspects of how they want to work with it. You could have someone who's strictly doing like the roads. You could have someone who's strictly doing like character design, and someone who's strictly doing collision. So you got to get one. Oh man, or if you send work out, the change could have potentially added significant cost to developers and may have expressed significant frustrations. This very much feels like a jab at indie developers. Because this would only affect indie developers, because no matter how you look at it, bigger gaming studios, they get franchise entrepreneur licenses. So they buy like a standard quota of 150, and that just covers everything for them. So this wouldn't have hurt large enterprise companies. This seems like a direct jab at small indie developers like myself. You know, I was logged in. My name was in the corner. You didn't see it? While Unity made some changes to the plan per install model, in response to the outcry, CEO John Riticolio announced his retirement. Damn. Hey, you know you fucked up when you gotta retire. They tell your ass, hey, yo, you gotta leave, Rick. John, pack your bags, you're going home. Damn. And was replaced in May by former Zynga and EA executive. Oof, that is not a good look. You went from bad to worse, maybe. Matthew Bromberg. Then last month, Unity announced that it was canceling its plans for the runtime fee entirely. With the release of Unity 6, we're interested in reconnecting with the customer and helping them understand that it's our commitment to deliver what matters to them, and that we are going to be a fundamentally different company in that regards, Bloomberg said to CNBC. Unity also needs to stay in the good graces of developers in the face of the continued competition from Epic Games' Unreal Engines in recent interviews. Ayo, put some respect on Godot, man. Put some respect on Godot. Put some respect on Godot. In a recent interview, The Verge Epic CEO Tim Sweeney laid out the company's plan for the rest of the decade, including continued work on Unreal Engine 6, the next major release of the product. Unity's stock definitely got a little bit of a bump, but year over year is still significantly down. The announcement was made last May, which would have put it somewhere around, this is early January. If we go to 1 year timeout, October, max 5 years, 2023 of May when they made that announcement, which was right here, the lowest point of the year. It is still below. Their stock number currently today is still under that announcement, sitting comfortably at $21.27. It's not something I would look towards investing, but this is also not investment advice. I always find it interesting for these niche articles because what do the people think? A few people had comments to play. The one that stuck out to me was this one. I'm also into indie dev, so maybe my situation is just different than large teams, but I don't know how you could decide to start a new project on Unity today after they're randomly changing their terms for studios that already had work in progress, and then the wild multi-step walk back leading to today's announcement. There's a completely untrustworthy vendor at this point. So the question for me is, because I don't work with Unity, if you're an indie developer, if you're a small-time developer, if you're a developer working in a medium to large team, and you were working with Unity, how has this announcement changed or swayed you? Do you feel more comfortable working with Unity? Have they done enough to make you feel like you should work with Unity? In addition to that, do we want to say that, do you feel slighted as if you're a small indie developer that Unity would even try something like this? Some of my favorite games coming out in the near future, like Plaza, being made on engines like Unity and stuff like that. So to know that in the near future, when I probably decide to make a game, that Unity might not I might not have access to Unity, it's not scary, because Godot has been very kind to me. A lot of the bots that I've built, the first game I ever built was on Godot, so I feel confident and comfortable with that. But I just wanted to bring this up because I thought it was relevant. Companies trying to get into people's good graces. Does Unity have the capacity to do that? We'll find out. But like, share, subscribe. Let me know. Let me know. I'll be here. See you here.